Daddy long legs becomes daddy short legs. Just where do these infamous spiders get their long legs from? Well, that's a question asked and answered in a recent UW-Madison study. And meteorologist Brendan Johnson joins us again now to untangle this web of science. Brendan, what'd you find out?
You know, John, a lot of people would rather run in the other direction or, take a shoot at these critters. But the researcher on this study I spoke with says, wait, hold up, before you swat away.
They don't have venom and they don't spin silk like the spiders. So you can rest assured that they're harmless and there's absolutely nothing bad that they can do to you.
All right, so now that that's out of the way, the daddy longlegs, or harvestmen as they're also known, aren't technically true spiders. They're a close relative, though. They walk on 3 pairs of their legs instead of all 8. The longest pair left in front of them, they wave them around like they're stumbling in the dark. And those 2 long legs are actually covered in little hair-like growths. They're a special way of sensing the world. And those 2 legs are also divided like fingers with many sets of knuckles to climb, fight, mate, and most importantly, sense the world. Now, these researchers sequenced the genome of the daddy longlegs and then started making some changes, resulting in shortened legs and less of those many knuckles.
Wait a minute, so how did they change the size of the legs? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, so they used a process called RNA interference to knock down or dial back the expression of certain genes.
In the course of development, if you had a dimmer, and you could turn down very specifically 1 or 2 genes and see the effect that this will have in the animal that hatches.
So to be clear, it's not like these scientists are creating or deleting genes, meaning that we're creating a whole new spider in a lab and setting it free in the world.
Kind of like a 1950s horror movie.
Exactly. So they're just kind of making some changes with the genes, dialing it up, as Guy mentioned, and they found that those legs have changed. And we're actually able to see what genes are responsible for making those daddy long legs long-legged. I mean, John, imagine if you had fingers with, 60, 70 sets of knuckles, and you could just kind of wrap your arms around things and...
I can't imagine. That's crazy. And there's so much fascinating research going on at the university.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it might seem, people at home might go, well, why study that? Why study that?
Yeah.
But it can lead to so many innovations and new information.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what this study's doing. It also tells these scientists that over 400 million years of evolution, it's not like new genes just popped out of thin air. These genes evolved up and down, dialed up and down to advance the species over time. And it also turns out, John, these same genes that the scientists were kind of dialing, they're present in humans as well and could teach us more about ourselves and how our own genes have evolved.
Yeah, pretty fascinating stuff.